position, but too many mistakes, too many unforced errors so far in the first 3 games. Hopefully Alabama will improve in that regard here tonight.
Hopefully that will be the case. Hey, Salute to Service is presented by Royal Furniture. Family owned and operated for 75 years. Royal Furniture has locations in Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Memphis, and Jackson, Tennessee for your shopping convenience. Also online, you can find them at royalfurniture.com. When we come back to Tuscaloosa, Bryan will have the keys to victory presented by Ford. I'll take a look at the starting lineups, and we'll wrap up pregame coverage from Coleman Coliseum. It's all right here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Domino's delivers game day across Tuscaloosa and the surrounding area. Locally owned in Tuscaloosa for 30-plus years, the team at Domino's is proud to be a supporter of Alabama basketball and athletics across the capstone. Domino's would like to thank our customers for supporting our local business for over 30 years. Make Domino's your choice on game days year-round. Domino's is proud to deliver your Alabama Crimson Tide game days anytime. Just visit RollDomino's.com. Thanks for your business, and Roll Tide.
Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac is a local family-owned dealership in Tuscaloosa. Barkley has an award-winning service department, a state-of-the-art body shop, and a beautiful showroom waiting to welcome you. And BarkleyGMC.com opens our online showroom to you. So do what thousands of satisfied customers have already done. Get your new car, truck, or SUV from Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, keeping Crimson Tide fans on the road for over 42 years.
This is an important message from the Mine Safety and Health Administration. Mining fatalities, accidents, and injuries are preventable. Taking a minute to approach your task safely can protect you and your fellow miners from injury and death. Staying alert and focused can keep you safe. Do it safe. Do it right. Whether buckling a seatbelt or securing equipment, these quick safety measures can prevent injuries and fatalities. Take time. Save lives. For more resources, visit MSHA.gov.
Farming is dangerous. There's dangers all around us.
We go through safety training and try and do these things to make sure accidents don't happen.
You don't want to hit a gas pipe because that's your life. The other part of it is if you hit certain things, you're liable for it.
Farm Safe 811 starts with you. Always call 811 and wait for any underground lines to be marked.
Always keep safety in the back of your mind. Just stay humble.
For more information, go to farmsafe811.org.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer? The drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Some of the best sounds you'll ever hear are generic, safe, effective, even money-saving, just like FDA-approved generic drugs. Even if they don't come in the exact same color or shape as their brand name equivalents, they have the same key ingredients and go through a rigorous review process. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist today and visit fda.gov/generic drugs. Generics are safe, effective, and can save you money. You'll like the sound of that.
Hey, good news, or was good news, from over at the Alabama Soccer Complex. It was 1-0 Alabama over Portland, but Portland has tied it now at 1 apiece. They are in the 69th minute of that matchup, again at the Alabama Soccer Complex, the second round of the NCAA Women's Soccer Tournament. The Tide, the #1 seed in their region, taking on the #8 seed Portland. We'll try to keep you updated on that as we continue here courtside at Coleman Coliseum. The Alabama men's basketball team in action against the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State. We look at the keys to victory presented by Ford. College sports are full of trash talk, but what speaks louder are stats like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 45 years. No wonder Ford's a proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Learn more at buyfordnow.com. Postgame.com. Bryan, Passink, what are the keys for Alabama in this one?
Well, Alabama needs to continue to do the job defensively, and in particular against Skylar Potter, the 6'3" grad transfer from Morehead State. He's been terrific in their first couple of games, averaging 16 points a game, almost 70% from the three-point line through 2 games. So he's hot. He can really shoot it from 3, and he's got help from beyond the arc. Damari King, the 6-foot center, can shoot the 3. He's versatile, can play the 1 or the 2, either guard position, and set a single-season three-point record at Jacksonville State as a 6-man. Last year, he's in the starting lineup. There are 5 new starters from the team that came into Tuscaloosa and only lost by 6. But Ray Harper thinks this team, with all the talented transfers that they have, can be better than last year's 21-win team and a team that went to the NCAA tournament. This is a dangerous team. They're athletic. They have shooters. Alabama's got to be ready to play on the defensive end. They've done that through the first 3 games. Needs to be a 4th here tonight.
Does indeed. We'll take a look at the starting lineups for this one, presented by Walk-On Sports Bistro. You know, Walk-On's puts everything they've got into bringing you game day with a taste of Louisiana. Visit locations in Mobile, Montgomery, Hoover, or Tuscaloosa for your next game day experience. Walk-On Sports Bistro, more than a restaurant. For the Crimson Tide, Mark Sears, Namari Burnett, Noah Clowney, Brandon Miller, Charles Bediako make up that starting 5. It's a familiar look, but while those are the starting 5, we'll see 5 more off the bench in large numbers over the course of the game.
Yeah, and even though Alabama's still got a couple of guys out with injury, Dom Welch and Darius Miles, you do get the guy that's preseason All-SEC back in the lineup. I think we'll see Jamon Quinterly play more minutes. He was on a minute restriction in his first appearance against South Alabama. May get to play a little bit more here tonight. Hopefully have him ready to roll for Michigan State on Thursday night, a week from now, next Thursday in Portland, Oregon, in the Phil Knight Invitational. That's going to be a great tournament, and if you could have JQ feeling a little better in that tournament, give Alabama a much better chance. But this is a deep team from the Crimson Tide, and got a little deeper at the guard position with JQ back.
Damari King, Skylar Potter, and Peyton Daniels will make up the backcourt for Ray Harper's Gamecocks. Jawan Purdue and Amanzi Ngumezi will be the forwards for JSU in this one. And Brian's just glad that I didn't ask him the pronunciation of number 24.
Talking about Brandon Miller, I can pronounce that 24.
Great save, partner. Amanzi Ngumezi is the number 24 for the Gamecocks. Those are your starters, again, presented by Walk-On Sports Bistro as we wrap up the Ford pregame show. Coming up next, the tip-off of Alabama basketball. The Crimson Tide taking on the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State right here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Crimson Tide basketball is brought to you by Texaco. Proven unbeatable mileage. Texaco with Techron. Driving performance. BASF. We create chemistry. Auto Owners Insurance. Visit RollTide.com/auto owners to partner with an independent Alabama agent. And by Bud Light. It's for the fans. This has been the Ford pregame show. For great offers on F-150, visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Here we go. Tip-off is coming up on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
Touchdown! You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Walk-On Sports Bistro puts everything they've got into bringing you game day with a taste of Louisiana. Dig into their mouth-watering, made-from-scratch Louisiana dishes or fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads, all in front of 70-plus TVs with over 40 beers on tap. Watching at home, Walk-Ons is available to go. Order online or through the Walk-Ons mobile app. Visit Walk-Ons in Tuscaloosa, Hoover, Montgomery, and Mobile. Walk-On Sports Bistro, more than a restaurant.
Tide fans, flu season is just around the corner, and the Alabama Department of Public Health wants to remind Tide fans that this year it's more important than ever to get your flu shot. Research shows that it's possible to have the flu and COVID-19 at the same time. This flu season, protect yourself and the people around you from flu and help reduce the strain on your local healthcare system, who is still responding to the COVID-19 pandemic. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/flu.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
On your next trip to Tuscaloosa, check out the Residence Inn Tuscaloosa. Located along the banks of the Black Warrior River, our all-suite hotel is just a short drive from the University of Alabama in downtown Tuscaloosa. Our accommodations are ideal for any traveler, whether you're staying overnight or for an extended stay. Our hotel is devoted to giving Tide fans an amazing experience from start to finish, including a free football game day shuttle for guests. At Residence Inn Tuscaloosa, it's not just a room, it's a residence, and we're proud to be a preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide. Are you sick of pretending to like boring hard seltzers that leave you feeling bloated? Tired of drinking the same old light beer? No time to make a mixed drink with all those complicated ingredients? Then it's time for you to try something different. Beatbox is now an official sponsor of Alabama and the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Packing an 11.1 APV punch, each Beatbox is bursting with delicious flavors. Beatbox is gluten-free, low sugar, and resealable, so you can always take the party on the go. There ain't no party like a Beatbox party. Roll Tide. Please drink responsibly, must be 21.
On the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Roll Tide. It's time to turn up for tip-off.
Catch and shoot. Three. Bottom. Oh, do it, baby. Runs into the front court. Goes to the rim. Elevates. And threw it home. To the rack. It is good. The layup's good. And Bama leads by 3.
Crimson Tide Basketball is brought to you by Conecuh Sausage, the official smoked sausage of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Barkley GMC, Tuscaloosa's leader. Barkley makes it easy. Chick-fil-A. Download the Chick-fil-A app and place your order now at an Alabama Chick-fil-A location. And by Texaco, proven unbeatable mileage. Texaco with Techron, driving performance. Now live on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Turn it up. It's game time.
I'm not so sure we shouldn't just say amen and go to the house after that. Letitia Johnson with a beautiful, beautiful rendition of our national anthem. Chris Stewart, Bryan Passink, Tom Stipe with you courtside. Tony Giles across the way, the public address announcer at Coleman Coliseum with the introduction of tonight's starting lineups.
Welcome to Coleman Coliseum for tonight's game. Here are the starting lineups. First, our visitors from Jacksonville, Alabama, and the ASUN Conference, the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State University. At guard, a 6-foot senior from Tulsa, Oklahoma, number 1, Damari King. At guard, a 6'3" senior from Bowling Green, Kentucky, number 5, Skylar Potter. At guard, a 6'2" freshman from Ellenwood, Georgia, number 13, Peyton Daniels. At forward, a 6'6" junior from Sumter, South Carolina, number 10, Jawan Purdue. And at forward, a 6'9" junior from Savannah, Georgia, number 24, Amanzi Ngumezi. Jacksonville State's assistant coaches are Tommy Wade, Dennon Morrow, and Marcus Belcher, and the Gamecocks head coach is Ray Harper.
And as they have dropped the lights and get ready to introduce the home team starters to the crowd that's gathered here at Coleman Coliseum, we pause 10 seconds so our local stations can identify themselves to you. Welcome to the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Alabama trying to go to 4-0 on the year, 3-0 at home here in the friendly confines of Coleman Coliseum. Jacksonville State provided the opposition. The Gamecocks are 1-1. Coach Nate Oates' Crimson Tide, as we said, 3-0 and ranked as high as 16th in the country, according to the coaches' poll. We've heard Tony introduce the visitors. Now here's the Alabama starting 5 coming up.
Now, please stand and deliver a rolling tide for Alabama's starting 5. At guard, a 6'1" junior from Muscle Shoals, Alabama, number 1, Mark Sears. At guard, a 6'4" sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, number 25, Nimari Burnett. At forward, a 6'10" freshman from Roebuck, South Carolina, number 15, Noah Clowney. At forward, a 6'9" freshman from Antioch, Tennessee, number 24, Brandon Miller. And at center, a 7-foot sophomore from Brampton, Ontario, number 14, Charles Bediaco. The assistant coaches are Charlie Henry, Brian Hodgson, and Antoine Petway. And Alabama's head coach is Nate Oates. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alabama basketball.
This will be the 101st game for Nate Oates as the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. 64-36, of course, SEC regular season and tournament champions 2 seasons ago. The Tide also going to the Sweet 16 that season, going to the NCAA tournament last year as well, and higher aspirations than even that for this edition of the Crimson Tide, Brian.
Yeah, Alabama looking like a team that could compete for another championship like they won 2 years ago. It's obviously mid-November, a lot of basketball to be played, but from what we've seen so far, this team has a lot of things you like, and that one is talent, depth. You've got guys that can play versatile roles, and you can go a lot of different ways with this lineup. And another big reason why people are excited about what Alabama can do, not just in the SEC, but nationally, is Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller right now in some NBA draft boards, not to get ahead of ourselves, is projected as possibly the number 3 overall pick in the NBA draft and the first college player taken. It just shows how college basketball, the nation, has paid attention to what Alabama's doing. Brandon Miller, one of the most talented players in college basketball.
Fun to watch, and again, as we've referenced earlier in the pregame, when there was a little bit of a run made by South, to be able to hand it to that guy and let him go get a shot and knock down a 3, and you just felt like, all right, Bama's going to win this game. There's no longer any concern about that. What will the margin be? That was pretty special. Our officials, Bart Lennox, Todd Alston, Sean Scales. Bart throws the ball up. Tide controls the tap. Backcourt to our right. Bama wearing the home white. Jacksonville State, the road black uniform. Sears to the elbow. Clowney. Clowney dribbles to his right, gives it off to Bediako. Bediako back to Sears, who dribbles right wing to Clowney, top of the arc, driving down the lane. Tough runner off the glass and in.
That is a tough shot. He's played so well defensively, had 15 rebounds against South Alabama. He is much more capable than he's shown on the offensive end. Great start for Noah Clowney, the freshman.
Daniels taking it left wing to the top of the circle. Ingomezi. He dribbles right one time, then hands it off to King. Gets inside the arc to the free throw line. Jumper is up and good. And we're tied at 2 apiece, 40 seconds into this one.
That was a hard screen set against Namari Burnett. Could have been called an offensive foul, not able to fight over it. Jacksonville State gets the open mid-range jumper.
Sears with the basketball, looking right side, gets a return pass from Burnett. Now Sears off a slip screen, goes left, gets to the baseline, whips a pass into the corner. Spot up 3, Miller, bottom.
Great pass by Mark Sears. Tried to go baseline, got cut off. The wraparound pass, Brandon Miller spotting up in the corner. Catch and release. Beautiful play by Alabama.
Bank first three-pointer made by Miller, the first of the game for the Crimson Tide. 18:44 and moving. Time left opening half. Bama by 3. Ingomezi trying to tie it, tried to bank it in. No good. Rebounded by Clowney. Outlet pass to Sears. Gets it front court. Hesitates. Back to Clowney. Dribbles left. Hands it off to Burnett. Namari on the drive. They're going to call a moving screen on Noah Clowney.
It was a dribble handoff and moved his hip just a little bit. Not a lot of contact, but that is a call that you see often in college basketball. Noah Clowney didn't feel like he got his money's worth. He's probably right on that, but also probably the right call.
Nate Oates is saying if that's how we're going to call it tonight, better call it on the other end. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, Namari Burnett got screened off on what looked to be an illegal screen on the previous possession.
Here's Jack State with the basketball right of the circle. Potter reversing back to King. Back to Potter on the near side. Spots up 3 for the tie. In and out, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Touched last by Alabama. Clowney was battling that time with Juwan Purdue, but it was Clowney who touched it last. 18-13 to go first half. 20 on the shot clock. Jack State with the basketball, but Bama the 5-2 edge early. Daniels the trigger man. They work it around to King left of the circle. Back on the near side. Daniels 3 short. Rebound claimed by Alabama. It's Burnett bringing it himself into the front court. Jack State gets back defensively, so the Tide will set it up. Sears splitting defenders, driving in, kicks it right side. Ball thrown away, and here comes Jack State in transition. Potter steps through, tripped, and that's going to be a blocking foul called on Namari Burnett.
Turnover for Alabama leads to an open floor opportunity for the Gamecocks. Alabama, as we talked about, point of emphasis in practice. And here tonight will be the ability to take care of the basketball. Mark Sears on the previous possession did a nice job of getting in the lane, finding an open teammate on that play. Really had nowhere to go. Tried to toss it out to Brandon Miller. He was covered. That started the Jacksonville State fast break.
Message sent. Turnover by Sears. Jaden Bradley comes in to replace him. Gamecocks inbounding on the near wing to King. They work it around onto the far side now to Potter, who brings it top of the arc. Reverses back left side to Daniels. Cut off by Burnett. Goes top of the arc. Ingomezi. He'll dribble once, twice. Picks it up. Squares up. Shoots a 3. It is good. Well, that's a tough 3 with Bediako with a hand in his face. And we're tied at 5 with 17.5 minutes remaining before intermission. Jaden Bradley into the front court. The New York native to the top of the arc. Burnett catch and shoot 3. Bottom.
Good to see him playing with confidence. Finally knocked down a 3 against South Alabama. He had struggled in the previous couple of games, but he is a big-time shooter from deep. Good to see him getting going early on.
Couple of bank first 3-pointers for the Crimson Tide. Here's Ingomezi the other way for Jacksonville State. Leaves it right of the circle to Potter. Potter had it knocked away, got it back. Off the bounce, his 3 banked in. He didn't call it. That can't count, can it? I guess it does. We're tied at 8, 16:57 to go here in the opening half.
Great defense by Brandon Miller. It was so good the shot was so far off, it went off the glass and in.
Here's Bradley around to Burnett. Fakes a pass, now gives it off into the corner. Clowney. He'll square up, shoots a three, too strong, and the rebound is controlled by Daniels of Jacksonville State. Gamecocks will push it ahead. Daniels lets traffic go by, gives it off to Ingomezi. Ingomezi looking left, dribbling once, tries a backdoor cut, finds a man in King. He'll whip a pass into the corner, right side missed by Potter. Tip, though, is up, and a foul is going to be called on Bama, as scoring will be Jack State's Jawan Purdue.
One thing Jacksonville State will do that Alabama's 3 previous opponents have not done is really attack the offensive glass. They have size, athleticism. Longwood, Liberty, South Alabama, they were all so aware of Alabama's transition game that they were getting back on defense and not really crashing the offensive glass. Jacksonville State thought they would take a different approach because they want to get second chance opportunities, feel like they can get back in transition. Right there, it paid off. Alabama not able to get the defensive rebound and a three-point play, the result for the Gamecocks.
Bradley's first personal, third team foul of the Crimson Tide. The and one converted by Jacksonville State's Purdue into the game for the Gamecocks. Marash Zelisnak. We'll explain later. Here's Miller giving it up to Clowney, top of the arc. Takes a dribble, hands it off to Clowney. Back around to Miller. Deep three, bottom. Brandon Miller 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. A couple of bank first threes for him. 3 total for the Tide. And we're knotted at 11 with 16 minutes to go in the first half.
Brandon Miller's such a good shooter, and the fact that he's 6'9", he can get it off just about any time, just rose up and knock down another one.
Onto the near side. Gamecocks will work the basketball to Potter. Dribbles to his right. Goes baseline. Try to reverse layup. Bad idea. Ball knocked away into the hands of Bradley. Jade brings it ahead, weaves through traffic, out to Clowney, spots up 3, too strong. Rebound fought for, and somebody got mugged inadvertently. It was Potter who got clocked, and a player slow to get up for Alabama is the 7-footer. That is Charles Bediako. He'll get called for the foul. We'll give you more numbers when we come back. But with 15:41 to go in the opening half, a track meet early. We're tied at 11. Bama and Jack State on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Fast Signs of Tuscaloosa is more than fast and more than signs. Your local Fast Signs experts can handle all your business visibility needs, from signs to graphics to everything in between. Request a free quote today by calling 205-758-7446 or email us at 2032@fastsigns.com. Fast Signs of Tuscaloosa, a proud supporter of Crimson Tide Athletics.
We are DCH. We were built to protect and persevere, to help and to heal, to provide care that's as strong as this community. With steadfast dedication and hearts of gold, no matter what life throws at us, we've got you covered, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you back to what matters most, your life. DCH, champions for your health.
Tonight's game between Alabama and Jacksonville State is presented by Mercedes-Benz of Tuscaloosa. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing. 11-all, 15:41 to go in the first half. And you can keep up with everything Alabama with the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app presented by Cadence Bank. Download it now free at the App Store and Google Play. Bryan, walking out of Mobile the other night, late as it was, obviously a point of emphasis with Coach Oates in postgame was getting in the gym and get some three-point shots up. Bama's 60%, 3 of 5 so far in this game. Obviously, a lot of work put in.
Absolutely, and he wants to see better passes leading to easier looks from the three-point line. And one way you could get your three-point percentage up as a team is let Brandon Miller shoot a bunch of them, and he has, and he's made them. A couple made threes here in the first half for the all-star freshman who's been incredible so far this season. But right now, The big story is Alabama is being out-rebounded. The #1 team in the country rebounding the ball is the Crimson Tide, and Jacksonville State right now with a 4-3 rebounding advantage. 2 of those coming on the offensive end. Thought they would give Alabama more of a battle on the backboard than we've seen in the previous 3 games. But Alabama's got to limit those second chance opportunities because the Gamecocks are going to crash the offensive glass.
Charles Bediako, Brandon Miller still in the game, but they are joined by Rylan Griffin, Noah Gurley, and Javon Quinterly. Gamecocks work the ball to Zelly Snack, top of the arc. He'll feed it off to Travis Roberts, who's in. Peyton Daniels with it now. He'll try to drive, got cut off. Flips a pass back out high to Roberts. Goes to the baseline, shoots it off to glass, no good. Rebounded Miller. Here comes Bama the other way, looking to regain the lead. Brandon into the front court. Left side to Gurley, left corner to JQ. He directs traffic with a little nod of the forehead and now brings the ball back out high, setting it up between the circles. JQ getting a high screen from Bediako. Stops right at the circle, but keeps the dribble going. A bounce pass to Miller, top of the arc. 10 on the shot clock. Miller left corner to the Tide's Gurley. He'll step through, off the glass, missed the shot. Bediako goes to the deck, got tripped, and I think they're going to get Zelly Snack for the foul.
That's a nice, strong move by Noah Gurley. Backed his man down. He has the ability to do some work on the low block. Not something you typically see from most of these Alabama players, but Noah Gurley does have that ability. He's worked on his three-point shot. Did a nice job of backing it down. Not able to convert, but Alabama gets it back.
JQ to inbound it from the baseline, throws it out high to Gurley. A dribble to his right, hands it off, or tried to JQ. Ball gets knocked away and stolen by Jacksonville State. Gamecocks will get it into the front court, right of the circle, and now backing it out is Daniels. He will survey the floor from between the rings, and with 20 on the shot clock, he'll try to work right side off a screen. That's a moving screen on Zelly Snack.
And you give Nate Oates credit on getting that call. He was not happy that on I think it was the second possession of the game, Damari Burnett on a similar play did not get the call. Jacksonville State able to knock down the mid-range jumper off of it. This time the call goes the way of the Crimson Tide.
That will be, I believe, the second on Zelly Snack. It is. Both of their team fouls have been personals against him. JQ splitting defenders, whips a pass left hand, right side Gurley, 3, bottom.
Welcome back, JQ. Played some against South Alabama, but that is the Javon Quinterly that we know and we love. What a play by the veteran finding Noah Gurley, who knocks down the 3.
Snake, Mike Shule, and Tua never threw one with that much velocity. That was beautiful. Top of the arc, 3 ball up and good. The answer from Amanzi Ngumezi to tie it at 14 with 13:57 to go here in the opening half of play. A good one between Bama and Jacksonville State. Miller into the left corner, catch and shoot, Griffin 3, in and out, no good, and the rebound controlled by Daniels for JSU. Gamecocks get it front court, onto the right wing Roberts, back to Ngumezi on the near side. He's made a couple of threes. Bama having to guard him well beyond the arc. Now Daniels setting up near the midcourt stripe. Working off of a screen, another moving screen. They didn't call that one. Ngumezi thought about a 3. Now will stop. He'll kick it over left side Daniels. His 3 ball is up and good. 16-13. Check that, I'm sorry. 17-14 now. Jack State with the lead with 13-13. Our time left here in the opening half of play. Quinterly working right side. Stops, changes direction, goes to the arc, gets it back out to Miller. Miller still with the dribble alive. Shot clock at 12. Over to Gurley, and he walked. Traveling violation on Noah Gurley. And a little extracurricular stuff going on, but it's been addressed. Now we'll see Bediako check out. Bradley comes in. Also Miller will exit, and Gurley will exit as well. Sears is in, and so too is Noah Clowney for the Crimson Tide.
Good start by both teams from beyond the arc. Gamecocks 4 for 8 from downtown. Alabama 4 for 7. Bama shooting 56% for the game, but only 9 field goal attempts to Jacksonville State's 12.
Left side with the dribble is Daniels. Throws the pass all the way out high to Ngumezi. He'll rise and fire from 3. No good off the back iron. Clowney goes up to get the rebound, and he gets fouled. Great job by Noah Clowney First on the defensive aspect of that trip, putting a hand in the face of Ngamezi and then getting back into position to challenge Munzie Jackson for the rebound and draw the foul from Jackson.
No, Clowney's a big reason why Alabama leads the nation in rebounding and also has become so much better on the defensive end. He can get it done on the offensive end, but right now he is doing a terrific job on the defensive end of the floor.
Quinterly front court, goes right side to Bradley. Leaves into the corner for Griffin. Ryland to JQ. Thought about it, now drives past the defender. Whips a pass right-handed this time. Bradley, three, bottom. He's amphibious, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to say?
That's right. JQ once again gets past his defender. The defense converges, finds an open teammate in the corner. This time, the freshman Jaden Bradley knocks it down.
Yes, it's ambidextrous. I know that. Here it is, Jack State with the basketball. Just to clarify, it is me. Damari King, three ball and answers it. Man, it is a shootout at Coleman tonight. 20-17. Jack State with the lead with under 12 minutes to go in the opening half. Bradley goes up top to JQ. Finds a man in the corner. Sears rises, fires, buries the bank first three-pointer, and we are tied at 20 here in the first half.
Love to see Mark Sears and Javon Quinterly playing together. And how about Jaden Bradley? 3 point guards on the floor right now for Nate Oates.
Front court with the basketball, Daniels for Jack State. Looking, right side block, gets it to Ngamezi. Posting up on JQ, tried to arrive, but he stepped through 2 defenders and was able to lay it in. That's a tough matchup right there. 22-20, Jack State back on top by a bucket with 11:17 to go first half. Bradley off the curl, drives, spins, throws a pass into the hands of Griffin. He will step through 2 defenders. They're going to call a blocking foul on Jacksonville State. 11-10 our score. Shootout at the OK Corral, and the Gamecocks fired off a couple of more bullets than Bama. 22-20 our score here with 11:10 remaining first half on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey there, folks. Bob Baumhauer here. We're celebrating 40 legendary years here at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. And to kick this off, we're coming in hot with our all-new Alabama Hot Chicken. Fresh southern fried chicken breast smothered in a blend of tangy, immune-boosting herbs and spices with a spicy finish. Served up with a side of homemade smoked Gouda cheese grits, Miss Mary southern greens, and garlic bread. And there's plenty more where that came from. Stop in today and celebrate with us. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
Producing championship quality lumber is not an easy process, but at Everwood Treatment Company, it's our only process. Wood treated right. Everwood is championship quality lumber for decks, outdoor structures, commercial jobs, and more that you can build your reputation on. No rot, no decay, no termites, no problems. Just wood treated right. To locate your local Everwood store, visit everwoodtreatment.com. Everwood Treatment, official lumber of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
11:10 to play in the first half. Bama trailing JSU 22-20 on your next trip to T-Town. Stay at the Residence Inn, located on the banks of the Black Warrior River. An all-suite hotel, just a short drive to campus in downtown, and ideal for any traveler, whether staying overnight or on an extended stay. Residence Inn, not just a room, it's a residence, proud to be the preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, Bryan Passink. We are back at Coleman Coliseum, home sweet home, BP. The rebounding's evened up a little bit, but Bama's got a handful here.
Yeah, Jacksonville State, hot from the three-point line, but fortunately so is Alabama. 10 made threes between the two teams. Right now, Bama 5 for 8 from deep. The Gamecocks 5 for 10. Alabama shooting a scorching 64%. Only downside, 4 turnovers for Alabama, just 1 for the Gamecocks. So great to see Alabama shooting the ball well, something they haven't done with consistency here early in the season. What they have done is gotten stops and rebound the ball, but so far Jacksonville State able to knock down some open looks, some contested looks. They're getting a couple of second chance opportunities. They look great on the offensive end, and Alabama and Nate Oates mixing and matching some different lineups. We saw the 3-point guard look a little while ago with JQ, Mark Sears, Jaden Bradley, but a little bit of a shake-up here after the timeout.
Bradley, Sears, Clowney, Burnett, and Miller, the 5 out there now for Nate Oates' Crimson Tide. Bama ball down 2 with 11:05 to go first half. Miller with it right of the circle. Plays off the screen from Clowney. Reverses back to Sears. One more. Burnett, corner 3, short. And the rebound is controlled by Jack State's Damari King.
May have rushed that just a little bit. Didn't have his typical follow-through, trying to release it before the defense came, and just a little short.
Front court, Monzie Jackson will drive, left block, double teamed, and a foul's going to be called on the Crimson Tide. I think they're going to get Miller. They will. Brandon Miller, the 6'9" freshman forward out of Antioch, Tennessee's Cane Ridge High School. Already on the John Wooden Award watch list and top 50 for Player of the Year when we were a week into the season.
And that is well deserved at this point, and may have a chance to actually win it as a freshman. He is really good. Obviously a lot of basketball to be played, a lot of great players in college basketball, but not many more, if at all better, more talented than Brandon Miller. What an incredible freshman. He's going to be fun to watch this season.
Monzie Jackson hits the first free throw. Second one is up as well. Jack State has the biggest lead of the game for either side. It's now at 5 points, 25-19, with 10:36 to go here in the opening half. Crimson Tide going to Miller on the right side. He will look. He will drive left. He'll dish it to Sears. Rises, fires, buries the bank first three-pointer.
Jacksonville State defense so aware of Brandon Miller driving it. Just the threat of him getting in the lane converts the defense. Mark Sears doesn't need much space. He's playing with confidence right now. Steps into his three and knocks it down.
Daniels with the basketball far side near the Bama bench. Now takes it top of the arc. Trying to shake free against Miller. He'll put up the tough contested jumper and got it to go. Brandon had a hand in his face. Peyton Daniels still got it to go, and the lead goes back to 4. 26-22. Jack State with the lead. Bama with the ball. Here's Sears with it. Working left side. Throws it in the corner. Burnett catch and shoot three. Bottom. Another made three for the Crimson Tide.
Just a matter of time, as we've talked about for the previous 3 games for Damari Burnett. He's too good of a shooter. He's knocked down a couple here. Nice find by Mark Sears.
1 point game, 26-25. Jack State with the ball in the lead. Left side, playing off the screen. Daniels reverses back to Purdue. Jawan Purdue driving, throws up a wild shot, left hand, no good. Tip by Clowney into the hands of Bradley, and Bama comes the other way. Jaden on the drive, steps through defenders, kicks it into the corner, and boy, before he could catch it and shoot, the ball was dropped by Bama, but there's a foul underneath the basket that was called on Jacksonville State, so a break there for the Crimson Tide as they will whistle Jawan Purdue for a blocking foul for Jacksonville State.
Yeah, the right call on the replay. Jaden Bradley got hit pretty hard as he was making the pass to Damari Burnett. The pass was low, but understandably so after the foul. Alabama will get it back.
Bradley to inbound it for the baseline. Looking, gets it into Clowney. Nice catch in traffic. Spinning, shooting a little jump hook. Got it to go. Bama on top again. 27-26 with 9:11 to go here in the opening half from Tuscaloosa.
Love the patience by the freshman, recognizing he had a smaller man on him. Took his time. Little jump hook. Soft touch, up and in.
Gamecocks trying to weave through traffic. Daniels to the top of the arc. Ingomezi. He will put up a tough three. Missed it. Rebounded Bradley. Bama ripping and running. Jade gets it front court. Jade going past defenders. Jade going to the rack and scoring off the glass. And a timeout is called by Jacksonville State.
Bama getting the stop. The freshman gets the rebound and goes coast to coast. Nobody stops Jaden Bradley. Takes a little contact off the glass and in. Alabama getting some stops, clicking on the offensive end, and now has the lead.
Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here with 8:45 remaining. Alabama enjoying a 29-26 advantage. A 7-0 run over the last minute. We'll do that for you. Bama getting hot 4 of its last 4.
Yeah, Bama with a 7-0 run in the last minute, shooting a scorching 69% from the field, but not able to slow down the Gamecocks. Jacksonville State shooting 50%, 9 for 18, doing the job on the glass, but finally Alabama's putting some stops together and able to take the lead. Love to see what this team is doing offensively. We've seen so far this year Alabama play really well defensively. Not so great on the offensive end on a couple of occasions. here in this one, having trouble stopping the Gamecocks. I think Alabama's done a nice job forcing some difficult shots. To Jacksonville State's credit, they've knocked down some tough threes, some contested twos, but when they haven't, Alabama wants to run, and they've been effective in that regard.
Alabama's last home game, against Liberty, they went 10 of 22 from 3, but in this one already, Bama has made 7 of 11 from beyond the arc. Tied by 3 as Jack State brings it front court. Gamecocks working it. Daniels picks up his dribble, needs help, flips it over to Potter. Now on the left side to King. Damari King will work against the taller defender in Burnett. Now top of the circle to Jackson. He'll drive, goes down the lane. Wild shot, no good. Here comes Bradley. Bama hurrying the other way with numbers. Bradley to the trailer. Miller steps into a 3. Missed it. In the rebound claimed by Clowney. Back out to Sears. Let's fly from 3. Hits a 3. Alabama's 8th of the opening half, and the Tide leads it by 6.
That is Alabama basketball. Push it in transition, even though they missed the 3. The offensive rebound by Clowney, one of the best in the country at getting second chance opportunities to kick out to Mark Sears, who's feeling it from deep here tonight.
2 threes for Sears among his 8 points. 15 on the shot clock. Jack State driving into the lane. Turnaround shot. King with the left hand is good, and that stops a run by Alabama that was 10-0 over the last minute 45. 32-28 our score. Burnett left corner 3, in and out, and then back in again.
Listen,
9 made threes for Alabama, brought to you by Bank First.
That was either going to be a made 3 or a putback dunk. Noah Clowney was all over it. He was ready for the tip dunk, but fortunately, Damari Burnett gets the roll, and you get an extra point for that.
Bama by 7 with 7:15 to go in the first half. We're doing media timeout on the next dead ball. Ngomezi posting up on Bradley. Picks up the dribble, needs help. Good defense by Jaden Bradley. Now they'll feed it off to Jackson, and he will lose it out of bounds on a deflection by the Tide's Jaden Bradley. Great work by Alabama. 7:04 to go first half here at Coleman Coliseum. We've got a 35-28 ball game. Good guys on top here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Unused prescription opioid pain medicines can spell trouble. They can spell risk if taken by someone they weren't prescribed for, harm if accidentally taken by a child or pet, or overdose if they're not used as directed. Safely dispose of opioids before they can hurt your family. Find a drug take-back option such as medicine drop boxes. You may find these in your community at local pharmacies or police stations. Visit www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Are you thinking about buying medicine online? A search for online pharmacies yields more than 20 million results. But which ones can you trust? Medicines bought from unlicensed online pharmacies can be dangerous. You may get a fake drug, your condition may get worse, or you may experience a bad reaction. Don't put your health at risk. To learn how to find an online pharmacy that's safe and legal, visit fda.gov/BeSafeRx. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
.04 to play in the first half. Bama's up by 7, 35-28. Tonight's radio affiliate of the game is AM 1320 WENN in Birmingham. Go to the Crimson Tide Sports Network's Facebook page. Follow us and tell us where you're listening for a chance to win 2 free combo meals from Jack's. Thank you for tuning in to the Crimson Tide Sports Network for Alabama basketball. When the boss comes by, you got to say hello, right? Right?
Exactly,
no doubt about it.
Shall we call this Nate Oates at Alabama old school? Bama scorching from 3. We hadn't seen that in a while.
And we knew it was going to happen, as we've talked about through the early part of the season. This team has too many good shooters to stay down percentage-wise from the three-point line, and it has been really fun to watch here in the early going from deep. Alabama 9 for 14 from 3 with over 7 minutes to go in the first half. Great start from the three-point line by Alabama, and great to see Damari Burnett get going from 3. He is one of the best shooters on this team. He's been incredible in practice over the course of the last few years, even last year before he tore his ACL. He's worked hard to get back. He shot it extremely well in practice. It hasn't translated to games yet, but you knew it was just a matter of time. He's knocked down 3 threes in this game, and Alabama on a 13-2 run in the last 2:46. They're clicking on both ends against a hot Jacksonville State team.
Griffin, Quinterly, Bediako are the only players out of 10 that have hit the floor that haven't scored as of yet, and they've all contributed in one manner or another. Quinterly's got 3 assists. You've got Griffin, who's had a rebound, and you got Bediako, who's had a board in 8 minutes as well. So again, a lot of good stuff happening for Alabama. They got to keep it going, though. Jack State's been red hot as well. Steal on the inbounds pass. Quinterly, after the deflection from Noah Gurley, will get it front court for the Crimson Tide. Working off the screen, JQ will leave it left side. Gurley steps into a 3 short, and the rebound claimed by Ingomezi for Jacksonville State.
Not a bad look from Noah Gurley. Knocked down a couple of threes in Mobile against South Alabama.
Daniels drops it off. Bama gets a block inside. Jack State got it back and then gets fouled on the play. Bryan, I was screened. I'm going to guess that it was Bediako that was at least involved with the block if he didn't get it clean, and then the foul was committed by Gurley.
Yeah, the initial block was Charles Bediako. He did a great job and usually does, staying vertical, didn't come down on the offensive player, but Noah Gurley did, and didn't have to because he had Charles Bediako right behind him. But that'll send Jacksonville State to the line.
At the free throw line, hitting the first, Jawan Purdue. Averaged 8.5 rebounds through the first 2 games for JSU. They will move to Conference USA within the next year or 2. After being in the A-Sun as first free throw makes it 35-29. Second one is up. That one is good as well. 6:39 to go here in the opening half. Bama 35, Jacksonville State 30. Quinterly front court working off the screen for Bediako. Reverses back to Sears. Catch and shoot 3. And right now it's his world, and we're just living in it. Red, smoking hot.
And Alabama finds the hot hand. Fortunately, there's several hot hands on the floor. That's 10 made threes so far for Alabama.
Gamecocks work at top of the circle. Purdue for 3. He answers as Bama was late to get out there defensively. There have been more than a couple of shots made with defenders with a hand in their face, but that one was not as well guarded. Quinterly left side to Gurley, back to JQ, around to Sears, fakes it right, gives it to JQ left. Now he'll set it up between the rings. 15 on the shot clock, 5:50 to play in the half. JQ thought about it, drives, dishes. Gurley tries the 3, left corner short, and the rebound claimed by Jack State. Great box out by Ingomezi on Bediako that allowed the ball to just be picked up and brought ahead by Roberts. Now to Daniels, right wing, still with the dribble alive. Gurley defending him. Roberts giving it off top of the circle to Purdue. Purdue left side, feeding it to Roberts. He spins and walked. Didn't put it on the deck. Good defense by Rylan Griffin, contributing to that turnover by Jacksonville State. Speaking of, that will be their 3rd turnover. Bama's turned it over 4 times so far in the first half.
And Alabama's 4 turnovers came pretty early. They've done a much better job taking care of the ball. That was a good defensive possession compared to the previous one where Jack State got an open 3.
Left side Griffin, catch and shoot 3, bottom. Boy, they look good letting it fly tonight, don't they?
And I think this would be more the norm. Maybe not 11 made threes with 5 minutes to go in the first half, but this is a team that has so many weapons from deep, and tonight we're seeing it.
11 of 18 for the Crimson Tide from bank first 3-point range. Gamecocks with the basketball. Bama up 41-33. That's their biggest margin of the night. Driving, shooting, missing. That's got to be up and down. They say it was blocked and came back to his hands, so no up and down. Shot missed on the wing by the Gamecocks, and Bama will come the other way. Quinterly front court for the Crimson Tide. To Gurley, to Sears, back to Gurley. Thought about a pass and said, we'll drive and dish. Go ahead, Mark, let it go. Missed it this time. Rebound claimed by Griffin. Great hustle to get in and force really the tie-up. Rylan Griffin had no business getting that rebound, except he had a whole lot of want to right there.
Great effort by Alabama, and the shots you want. Mark Sears has been red hot. Not able to get that one to go down, but Bama attacking the offensive glass, but it'll go back to the Gamecocks.
Bediako will check out. Noah Clowney comes in to replace him. Here's Namari Burnett replacing Javon Quinterly. That was a jump ball. The possession arrow favored Jacksonville State, though, so the Gamecocks will have it. Working left to right in front of us here courtside at Coleman Coliseum. Bama up by 8 with 4.5 minutes to go before the break. JSU getting it front court with Peyton Daniels. And no, he didn't. He didn't get it across by the 10-second count. That was a heads-up call from Bart Lennox as the guard was trying to bring it ahead. Had a defender somewhat on him, Bryan, but he was looking ahead and forgot to look at the scoreboard.
Listen, Jacksonville State wants to play at a slower pace compared to Alabama. Maybe not quite that slow. An unforced turnover by the Gamecocks, and we will certainly take it.
Almost took it back, did JSU. Now, wait a minute. The ball got deflected, but they're going to call over and back on the Crimson Tide. Wow. Not sure about that call from Sean Seals. He was right there and apparently had a clean look at it, but watching it live, I thought it was deflected.
But was it the ball or his foot?
It must have been his foot because
I thought it was his
into the backcourt,
and there was no argument by Nate Oates. But
yeah,
he
you're
did
right.
Go right to his bench to get Noah Gurley out.
Sean Seals made the right call there, as with 4:10 and ticking here to go in the first half. Jack State trails Alabama. The Crimson Tide with the lead, but the Gamecocks have the ball. Left side, King giving it up right to the circle of Purdue. Driving the lane, tough reverse layup, and they're going to call a foul on Brandon Miller. I don't think Nate agrees with that one from Sean Seals, as they'll get Miller for the hip check, and that'll be his second. And we've come to our final media timeout of the half. 3:59 to go before intermission. Alabama enjoying a 41-33 lead over Jacksonville State. Glad you're with us here tonight on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Red Diamond knows that prepping for the perfect holiday meal isn't always easy. From making sure there's an option for your cousin Steve from Chicago,
I require a plant-based diet,
to making sure your father-in-law's favorite is on the table.
Boiled Brussels sprouts? Gross!
The holidays can be hard. Thankfully, you've got fresh brewed Red Diamond iced tea. It's the perfect sip of pure perfection that always brings people together. Red Diamond. Perfect, not easy.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy becomes reality? Where every night is an adventure, where new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine. Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
Tonight's game between Alabama and Jacksonville State is presented by Mercedes-Benz of Tuscaloosa. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing. Bama is up 8, 41-33, 3:59 to play in the first half. Stay with us after half for the Toyota halftime report. The first half has stats, scores from around the SEC, and a quick chat from Coach Nate Oates. Presented by Cook's Pest Control. Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system, the unbeatable combination for termite protection. Bryan, Passink, one of these days, we're going to see the defense we saw in games 1 through 3 and the shooting percentage we saw in the first half tonight, and it's going to be downright scary.
Yeah, and it's great to see Alabama making shots. And listen, I'll give Jacksonville State credit. They made a bunch of tough ones. Alabama's really good defensively. They haven't had the success on that end of the floor that they've had through the previous 3 games, but Jacksonville State is better than advertised. They lost 5 starters from an NCAA tournament team. They went to the transfer portal. They've got several high major players, and they have come in here aggressive, playing well on the offensive end. Fortunately for Alabama, they've been smoking hot from the 3-point line. Alabama doing a great job on the offensive end, but Jacksonville State not backing down at all, playing very well offensively.
Gamecocks going to the free throw line, where so far tonight, they are 5 for 5. Bama has yet to attempt a free throw. They've done most of their damage from beyond the arc and well outside the paint, as the first free throw is up and good from Jawan Purdue, the lefty. Has another attempt upcoming. And he will make that one as well. 3:59 to go before halftime. 41-35. Gamecocks back to within 6 as Sears will bring it front court. He is joined on the floor by Clowney, Miller, Burnett, and also Rylan Griffin. Top of the arc, Sears reversing. Nope, yeah, he will give it off to Miller. He'll drive, goes all the way in the paint. Tough shot, wouldn't go, but he got fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Well, that's a great, tough move on a trip where he was well defended.
And that was such a late call. We saw several of those in Mobile at South Alabama. That came so late. I was worried it was a rebounding foul on Brandon Miller, but it was the right call. A lot of contact, sending the freshman to the line.
Would have been his third, by the way, if that had been the case, but he does have 2 fouls, and Miller will hit the first free throw with another upcoming with 3:38 to go. Nate Oates allowing him to play right now, and I think this is part of a teaching moment too. Can you play in foul trouble?
Well, he trusts guys that have high basketball IQs. And listen, he might pick up his third, but you know, he knows what he's doing. He's just a freshman, but has such a maturity about his game.
Hit both free throws. Alabama leads it by 8 again as Jack State nearly turned it over. Ngamezi working against Damari Burnett. He was inside, as we'd call it these days, his personal space. And so that is not allowed. And so it will be a foul, and it will be a 1-and-1 upcoming. I know it's more detailed than that, but in essence, that's what it is.
Yeah, and that was close to being an offensive foul. Damari Burnett, terrific two-way player, aggressive on the defensive end, but unfortunately gets called for the foul.
Free throw up, free throw good, and Amanzi Ngamezi will have another attempt upcoming. First name A-M-A-N-Z-E, last name capital N-G-U-M-E-Z-I.
Number 24.
That's him. Yep. It's really not that tough once you hear it said before you try to say it. Ngamezi misses the second free throw, and Bama will come the other way after the rebound from Noah Clowney. Just the second board, actually the third now for Noah. Miller on the far side gives it to Clowney, cut it to the basket, missed it on the layup attempt, a little too strong there, and here comes Jack State the other way. 7-point Bama advantage, 43-36. Gamecocks with it, with Daniels working off the screen from Ngamezi, picks up the dribble on the right wing, throws it top of the circle. Purdue, his 3-ball is good, knocks down another one. That is going to be their 6th 3 on 13 attempts so far in the half. Bama's made 11 of 19. Sears for 3, make it 11 of 20 as he misses that one. Miller up high to clear it, had it knocked out of his hands, and now a late whistle and a foul is going to be called by Bart Lennox.
And that's what Alabama has done so well through the early part of the season, is get on the offensive glass. Brandon Miller able to go up high, take the contact, and get back to the line.
Foul is whistled on Juwan Purdue. That'll be his second foul, and Miller will go to the line to shoot a pair for Alabama with 2:36 remaining in the half. First one's up and too strong. Rims out, no good. Here's Jaden Bradley in for Alabama, and he will replace Damari Burnett. Purdue checks out.
What a start for Purdue. 13 points, 3 for 5 from the field, a couple made threes. He had not made a 3 on the year, and just averaging 2 points a game through their first couple.
Missed both, but the rebound was claimed by Rylan Griffin and then knocked out of bounds by Jacksonville State. The new player in the game for the Gamecocks, Marcellus Brigham, couldn't secure the loose ball, and Bama will get it back. 19 to shoot, 2:35 to play in the half. Bama up 43-39. What was an 8-point lead's down to 4. Inbounds pass goes to Griffin on the wing. Rylan will bring the ball back out high. 15 on the shot clock. Griffin trying to shake free, gets in the lane, spins, score. Oh, he did not score. It hung on the rim and fell off. That's a layup that should have been made, but Griffin couldn't get it to go. Now JSU comes the other way with Daniels. He'll drive, teardrop from the elbow, no good. Rebounded Clowney, outlet pass to Miller. Let's score, fellas. Been a little while. Bama 0 for its last 4, no field goals in the last 3 minutes. Miller, left side, Griffin, 3, missed it. Rebound tipped out, and they're going to call a rebounding foul on Jacksonville State. And that's the right call. They were boxing out, but not just a box out, it was a shove on the part of Peyton Daniels with the hips.
Alabama with some missed opportunities 3 chances on the previous possession, missed 2 free throws, missed a layup. And now Noah Clowney, the freshman, will go to the line for 2.
Clowney shooting a pair for Alabama. So far on the year, Noah 2 of 6 from the free throw line coming into the ball game. 1 plus the bonus. And he knocks it down. Second attempt upcoming as Miller will exit. Noah Gurley will come in to replace him for the Crimson Tide. Bought about 3 minutes with him on the floor. 2 minutes, I guess, on the floor after picking up that second foul. Second attempt, too strong. Rebound snatched out of the air by Ngumezi, and Jack State will walk it ahead. 44-39, Bama by 5. Jack State with the basketball, though. Bama's missed its last 5 field goal attempts. Picking up the dribble as Daniels needs help, gives it off to King. King gives it back to Daniels, hit the timeline near side. Shot clock at 8, 7, 6, 5. Left side with the pass. Driving, stopping, spinning, shooting. Brigham missed it, rebounded, weak side Bradley, and Bama will come the other way. Jade into the front court, hesitates, goes down the lane, got away with a push off, and got it to go off the glass.
Strong move by the freshman, and a couple of Bama players right there for offensive rebounding if it were to miss, but the freshman able to get the defensive rebound, push it, and finish.
Push indeed. Kind of Heisman'd his way to the basket right there. But they let you do that quite often. And then you got a moving screen called on Jacksonville State. I think that's going to be on Ngumezi again, is it not? Yes, it is. So on Ngumezi, that'll be personal. Actually, just his first. It is a turnover by Jacksonville State as well. That's their 5th. Bama's turned it over 5 times. Also, here's Bediako into the game, replacing Noah Gurley, or excuse me, Noah Clowney for the Crimson Tide. 46-39, Bama with the ball and a 7-point lead. Mark Sears getting it front court for Alabama. Goes right side to Bradley. Bradley, with under a minute to go, gives it back to Sears. Thought about letting it fly from 3, and why not with a half he's had. Instead gives it up to Bradley. Drives, dishes, Gurley, one more. Sears, top of the arc, 3, bottom. That's great recognition.
Yeah, great pass by Noah Gurley, finding Mark Sears. A quick reversal of the ball, and Sears at the top of the key knocks down another Alabama 3.
Easy to find, just look for the smoke. 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. 30 seconds remaining in the half. Bama up by 10, their biggest lead so far in the opening 20 minutes. J.J. Platt throwing it left side. On the drive, a blocking foul is going to be called on Gurley. Tried to take the chair out from under Marcellus Brigham, but they called him for a block late getting over there, and so Brigham will go to the line. I believe that will be 1 plus the bonus as well for Brigham. 9 team fouls on both sides, 22.5 seconds remaining before the break. Shot clock is dark, and so once Jack State finishes either with a miss or a make, regardless, Bama should get the last possession. And with that in mind, Nate Oates will get Miller and Burnett back in and get Bradley and Bediako out. They join Ryland Griffin, Noah Gurley, and Mark Sears as the 5 out there for the Crimson Tide. Sears already with 14 in the first half for Alabama. Gurley shooting 1 plus the bonus. Or Brigham shooting 1 plus the bonus. And he missed it, and the rebound is secured by Alabama. Namari Burnett, after a good team box out there, picked up the loose ball, and now the Tide should hold it for 1. Sears with it with 12 on the game clock. Shot clock's dark. He's got it at 10, at 9. Sears at 7, at 6, at 5, into the lane at 4. Little teardrop is good at 2, at 1. The half is going to end, and the Tide rolls to the locker room with a 51-39 advantage at the break. Bryan Passink catching up with Coach Nate Oates.
Thoughts on the first half? Our defense is not nearly what it's been the first 3 games. We got to get a lot better on defense. Offensively, we're shooting it a lot better. The turnovers are way down. Our offense is much improved, but we got to get our defense back together.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Bryan. Thank you, Cooks Pest Control and Centricon. They bring us Nate Oates at the half. Cooks, the unbeatable combination for termite protection when you combine Cooks with Centricon. When you combine good defense with great shooting, you get a 51-39 Bama lead. That's where we stand at the break against Jacksonville State here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Favorite jeans, favorite shirt. I can make a sausage and I'm firing it up. Yeah, everybody knows how I get my grill on. You can smell that flavor up and down the road. It's a little taste of heaven, and everybody knows. That's how I get my grill on. Kanaka sausage. It's just a little taste of heaven.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top. It's like a little bow on top of this great present of peppermint chip goodness. It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the Peppermint Chip Milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
College sports is full of great trash talkers. But what speaks louder than a verbal smackdown are stats. So we'll let Ford F-Series speak for itself. Like advanced capabilities, intelligent towing, smart technology, and 45 years as America's best-selling truck. That's Ford F-Series. Custom order your 2023 F-150 at your local Ford dealer, a proud supporter of college athletics. Some models, trims, and features may not be available based on 1977 to 2021 CY total sales.
You can trust your car to the place with the star. With tech running your engine, enjoy your hobbies near and far. Fill your car with all your friends and love the time you spend. So trust your car to the Texaco Star.
When you fill up with Texaco with TechRun, you get unbeatable mileage to help fuel what you love to do. Download the Texaco app to find a station near you.
On the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield, Crimson Tide Basketball is brought to you by Coke Zero Sugar, and refreshingly delicious. Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Auto Owners Insurance. Visit RollTide.com/auto owners to partner with an independent Alabama agent. And by Cook's Pest Control and Centricon, the unbeatable combination for termite protection. Welcome to the Toyota Halftime Report. Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota. Let's go places.
Well, welcome to your Toyota Halftime Report, but also welcome to an absolute shootout between Alabama and Jacksonville State. The Tide's on top 51-39 at intermission. Nobody having more fun than the Tide's Mark Sears and Jawan Purdue of Jacksonville State. Purdue's 13 leads the visitors, but Mark Sears with 16 leads the Tide, who had 8 of their 10 get in the scoring column. Rylan Griffin, Noah Gurley had 3 each. Brandon Miller had 8, 9 for Damari Burnett. Jaden Bradley had 7 off the bench, and Noah Clowney had 5. Bama also would get 5 rebounds from Bradley to go with those 7 points, and Clowney had 4 boards to go with his 5-point first half. King was 7 for Jack State. Brigham played, did not score. Potter 3, Daniels 5. You had Purdue with 13, Ngamezi with 9, and Jackson had 2. Playing and not scoring, as I said, Brigham, but also Platt, Zelly Snack, Roberts, and Nicholson. For Alabama, playing and not scoring were Quinterly and Charles Bediako. 51-39, Alabama leading it at the break. Right now, we pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Visit your local Toyota dealers or Toyota.com now and take advantage of the amazing deals on our full line of vehicles. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. We go to the break at halftime, 51-39 Bama on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. With honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be shared with friends or family. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you. Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Meet Ed, movie buff, animal lover, safe driver.
5 years of driving an ambulance teaches you a thing or two. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. When I see a car trying to rush past a turning bus, I get concerned. You see, when big vehicles turn right, they have to swing wide to make the turn. And that's a lesson you don't want to learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait.
It's our roads. It's our safety. Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
I've been driving trucks for a long time, and safety is my #1 priority. I know that my truck has huge blind spots. That's why I remember to check my mirrors often for smaller vehicles. Everyone can help keep our roads safe. Next time you're behind the wheel, try to avoid lingering in those blind spots. It can be dangerous. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Learn how at www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Alabama. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
This is Tom Stipe back at Coleman Coliseum with the Alabama Power scoreboard update. Alabama Power is proud to support the Crimson Tide. Here at Coleman, Bama leads the Jacksonville State Gamecocks 51-39. Across the SEC tonight, Texas A&M loses big to Colorado 103-75. Georgia holds on to defeat Bucknell 65-61. Vandy big over Morehead State 76-43. Ole Miss holds on to get Tennessee Martin 72-68, and South Carolina loses to Davidson 69-60. And the big one across the way, NCAA tournament second round, Bama defeats Portland 2-1 to advance to the next round in the NCAA championships. We'll take a look at team stats next. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Game day is full of ifs. Like if Alabama can take home another Iron Bowl victory. Who knows? But if you want the most convenient way to pay in T-Town, get the University of Alabama Regents Visa debit card. Tap to pay contactless card technology and Lock-It card controls give you what you need on game day or any day. To order your card, visit regents.com/GoBama. Regents, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Tide fans, Golden Flake Snacks have been a proud partner with the Tide family for 65 years. The South's original potato chip, Golden Flake Snacks are delicious fan favorites because they're crafted from traditional Southern recipes. From crisp, perfectly flavored potato chips to light and airy pork rinds and fluffy, cheesy cheese puffs, Golden Flake Snacks are a winning combination with Alabama basketball. Share Golden Flake Snacks with your Tide family and friends. Simple, Southern goodness. That's Golden Flake.
We've all been caught up in the little chores that pile up every day. The dishes in the sink, the trash that needs taking out, the pesky check engine Change can go a long way when you escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
When time matters most, you go with what's tried and true. That's tried and true John Deere equipment and Tri-Green service. Tough chores don't stand a chance with a John Deere 4044M tractor. And right now you can get one with 0% financing. With a 43 horsepower engine, power reverser transmission, and a 10-year powertrain warranty, this John Deere helps you work with confidence day after day. So stop by one of our 29 Alabama and Tennessee locations or visit us online at TriGreenEquipment.com.
Offer ends January 31, 2023. 0% APR for 60 months, subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial.
Hey Crimson Tide fans, as our state moves to the next chapter, the Alabama Department of Public Health is shifting strategies from emergency response to one that minimizes daily disruption to our lives. COVID-19 vaccines and boosters are widely available to anyone 6 months of age and older should you decide that you need one. Together, we can help to protect each other moving forward. For more information on COVID vaccines and virus prevention, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/COVID-19.
Team fouls have been personals against him. JQ splitting defenders, whips a pass left hand, right side Gurley, three, bottom.
Welcome back. JQ played some against South Alabama, but that is the Javon Quinterly that we know and we love. What a play by the veteran finding Noah Gurley, who knocks down the three.
Bama leads Jacksonville State at the half, 51-39, and the sounds of the game are presented by Beatbox. Beatbox is now an official sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Each Beatbox is bursting with delicious flavors, gluten-free, low sugar, and resealable. Look for it in stores across the Southeast. Halftime stats are delivered by Assurance Financial. In less time than halftime, you can apply for a mortgage at AssuranceMortgage.com. Team stats in the half: shooting percentage, Bama 58% overall, 55 from bank first, 3 land, 8 of 10 from the foul line for State, 44% overall, 50 outside the arc, 3 of 6 from the stripe. Team rebounding, Bama leads at 18-14 turnovers. Bama tied with 5 with the Gamecocks, and again at the half, Bama leads Jacksonville State 51-39. That does it for the Toyota Halftime Report. The second half is coming right up. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
If you're looking for the best selection in Crimson Tide apparel, look no further than the Soup Store. The Soup Store is every Bama fan's ultimate destination for the hottest gear and accessories, with 3 great locations around campus to serve you: in Tuscaloosa on campus at the Ferguson Center, on the Strip in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, and on Bryan Drive. If you can't get to Tuscaloosa, shop the Soup Store online at soupstore.ua.edu. The Soup Store is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics.
Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac is a local family-owned dealership in Tuscaloosa. Barkley has an award-winning service department, a state-of-the-art body shop, and a beautiful showroom waiting to welcome you. And BarkleyGMC.com opens our online showroom to you. Do what thousands of satisfied customers have already done. Get your new car, truck, or SUV from Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, keeping Crimson Tide fans on the road for over 42 years.
I found hope in the midst of an overwhelming situation.
Alcoholism is a disease that can affect any family. Everyone suffers, but there is help and hope at Al-Anon Family Groups.
Al-Anon gave me my life back. I'm a better father and husband.
Are you in an overwhelming situation because of someone else's drinking? Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Local and virtual meetings are available. Maybe one could work for you. Call 1-866-200-0033 or visit alanon.org/hope.
Medicaid and CHIP offer free or low-cost health coverage for children and teens. Hospital and doctor visits, prescriptions, shots, and more are covered. That's peace of mind for parents if a child is sick or gets injured. And parents may now be eligible for Medicaid too, even if they've applied in the past. Enrollment is always open. Visit InsureKidsNow.gov or call 1-877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
On the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield, this has been the Toyota Halftime Report. Visit your local Toyota dealers or explore Toyota.com today. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. The second half is just moments away. Roll Tide.
What to look for in the second half is presented by Marathon. We're traveling to see the Crimson Tide start with a fill-up at Marathon and make it a winning trip. Go to mileshavemeaning.com. Marathon, fueling the American spirit. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, Bryan, Passink, BP. For the leading rebounding team in America, there's not a lot of opportunities when you're making this many shots.
Yeah, Alabama with a great first half from three. 12 for 22 from beyond the arc, 55%, 58% overall. Alabama on fire on the offensive end, 51 points at halftime, but got to do a better job slowing down the Gamecocks. To Jacksonville State's credit, they played really well in the first half on the offensive end, led by Juwan Purdue. He's got 13 points. He's knocked down a couple of threes, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Alabama doing a good job offensively, but got to be a little better on the defensive end here in the second half.
Mark Sears bringing it ahead for the Crimson Tide. Gives it off on the left side to Miller. He'll get into the lane, throws a little lob, a little short. He tried to throw it to Clowney, but it gets knocked back into Brandon's hands. Kicks it out to Burnett. Spots up, three, bottom.
Great to see Nabari Burnett playing with so much confidence. 9 points in the first half. That gives him 12. Lighten it up from beyond the arc.
Jack State with the basketball, trailing Bama by 15. They'll drive right side and then work it to the top of the circle, and Potter try to throw it low post. They call Clowney for a foul over the back of Amanzi Ngumezi. Tough call right there, as Noah thought he had the right position, but instead he's called over the back.
Good effort by Noah Clowney. Got the deflection, a little bit of contact before that. Tough call against the freshman.
Inbounds pass goes to King, who gives it off to Potter. Back to King, ball deflected, but touched last by Nabari Burnett. 15 to shoot, 19:23 to play in the game, and Alabama enjoying its biggest lead of the night at 54-39. Jack State, much like South Alabama, though, very capable of cutting this lead back down in a hurry. Working left side, the drive by Daniels, gets under the basket, picks it up, shoots it with the right hand, wouldn't go. Rebound fought for. Clowney takes it away from a defender, and here comes Jack State, or Bama the other way, I should say. Burnett, a skip near side. Sears steps into a three, too strong. Rebound claimed by Clowney, got mugged. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Great start for Noah Clowney on the backboard, getting it done on the defensive end. That started the Alabama fast break. A rare missed three by Alabama and Mark Sears. What a first half Sears had. 16 points in the first half, goes 4 for 6 from beyond the arc, misses the three there. Noah Clowney in the right place at the right time, gets fouled and goes to the line.
Clowney, who in the first half made 1 out of 2 from the stripe. Good look right there, but it wouldn't stay down. I know he's wide open at the free throw line, but the shot itself looked good, was the point I was trying to make.
Noah Clowney has shown what he can do defensively, rebounding, active on both ends. He is a much better shooter from the three-point line, from the free throw line, than he's shown so far in the early part of the season.
Makes 1 of 2, so he's made 2 of his 4 so far, with 18:55 to go in the ball game. Bama enjoys a 55-39 lead over Jacksonville State, again building what is their biggest advantage. Top of the arc with the basketball will be Potter, driving right side, off the glass, no, follow no, and a late whistle foul is going to be made on Noah Clowney. So on Clowney, that's going to be personal number 3.
Great effort defensively initially by Brandon Miller. Forced a difficult shot, may have gotten a deflection, and Noah Clowney coming for the defensive rebound. Referees said that he got a piece of one of the Gamecocks, and they'll go back to the line.
3 fouls on Clowney, and for the moment anyway, Nate Oates is going to stay with him as the free throw is up and good by Monzie Jackson. And again, as we saw with the 2 fouls on Brandon Miller in the first half with about 4.5 minutes to go, he's letting his young guy play, trying to learn how to play through it early in the season. As the free throw is missed, Clowney claims that miss for the Crimson Tide, and the lead stays at 15. 1 of 2 at the line for Monzie Jackson as Bama comes the other way with Sears. Mark directing traffic. The left-handed dribble. Changes direction between the legs. Goes down the lane. Gives it off to Clowney. Clowney back near side Burnett. Namari flips it back to Sears. Steps back for three. Short. Rebound claimed by Clowney on the weak side. Then threw it away. Tried to find Bradley, but it was picked off by Daniels. Daniels on the right wing for Jack State. Working against Jaden. Brings it out high. Daniels going down the lane. Nobody rotated over, and he got an easy layup. Here's Bradley coming the other way for the Crimson Tide. Jaden goes down the lane. Plays through contact. No whistle. Ball knocked out of bounds. Touched last by Jacksonville State.
That's a great play by the freshman. Took a lot of contact. Hit the deck. No call, but Alabama will get it back.
Noah Gurley's going to come in and replace Clowney. Or actually, it won't be Gurley to come in. It'll be Bediako to come in. Either way, Clowney's out. Gurley thought he was in, but not just yet. Bediako gets the inbounds pass at the elbow, hands it back to Miller. Catch and shoot, three, bottom. That's not a layup, but it's real close with him.
Every time he lets it fly, it looks like it's going in, and it usually does. Well executed. Underneath the basket, out of bounds play. Brandon Miller at the top of the key, knocks it down.
58-42. Alabama with the lead. Jack State with the basketball. Top of the circle with it. Potter driving. A little teardrop from inside the elbow, and they're going to call a foul on the Tide's Jaden Bradley.
Not a ton of contact right there, but Jaden Bradley, very physical as a freshman on both ends of the floor. Love the way he plays the game. Kind of an old school point guard. Plays with a lot of grit and toughness. Unfortunately gets called for the foul right there, but he has been, in my opinion, a much better defender than expected coming out of high school. You don't see a ton of five-star McDonald's All-Americans that take so much pride in defensive toughness, but the freshman Jaden Bradley does.
Potter knocking down the free throw. Missed the first, made the second, and now Jack State's going to pick up some pressure in the backcourt. A little zone press, forcing Miller to give it up to Sears, who throws it front court to Burnett. And Mario on the drive got pushed, and they do call that one. That's going to be on Marash Zelisnak. He's checked into the game. It's already his third personal in very limited minutes in the ball game. Just 2 minutes, 3 fouls. New Olympic record. He keeps on that pace. Bediako takes the dribble to his left, hands it off to Miller. Thought about a three, instead picks it up, gives it to Burnett. Namari will drive all the way to the rim. Couldn't get it to go, but got fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. I love the way this Alabama team can attack the rim if they are defended beyond the arc.
Yeah, and you got guys like Brandon Miller, Namari Burnett, Mark Sears, who are excellent three-point shooters. But they also take what the defense gives them in attack mode. If you come out and crowd Namari Burnett after he's knocked down 4 threes in the game, has the ability to put it on the deck, get past the defender, takes the foul, and gets to the line.
Burnett misses the first. Alabama from the stripe in the ball game, just 4 of 9. Yet they lead 58-43. Second attempt upcoming for Namari, and that one is good. 17-13, time left here in the second half. 59-43. Bama up by 16, matching their largest lead of the night.
You can miss a few free throws when you've made 14 threes in the game so far. Still 17 minutes to play.
Far wing, Jack State works it to Platt. Platt working inside the arc. Gives it off top of the circle to Jackson. Backdoor look. Trying to give it off to King, but I believe he was held on his cut to the rim. It was. That's going to be another one on Jaden Bradley, and that'll be his third. So you've got Bradley with 3. You've got Noah Clowney with 3 fouls as well for the Crimson Tide.
And 3 fouls don't worry you like they used to because of the depth of this team.
Quick inbounds pass goes left corner to Damari King, and he releases the jumper and knocks it down from about 14 feet. 59-45. Bama up 14 as the clock moves under 16:44 to go in the second half. Sears trying to work away from the double team. Finds Miller. Now to Bradley on the right wing. Back to Miller. Brandon lost it, but got it back with 12, with 11, with 10. Still has it at 9. Gets into the lane at 8. Throws up a tough shot. No good. Went and tried to take it back. and pick it up as Jack State, and then the Gamecocks travel. It was a nice hustling play on the part of Skylar Potter for JSU, but as he was grabbing the basketball, he hit the deck and rolled over, and that's a walk, and that'll give it back to the Tide with 20 now on the shot clock. Here's Javon Quinterly into the game, and Bradley will sit down with those 3 fouls. Nice little luxury NATO Taz. Freshman 5-star McDonald's All-American goes out. Senior 5-star McDonald's All-American comes in.
Pretty good, and great minutes for Javon Quinterly in the first half. Played 7 minutes, had 5 assists, no turnovers.
Sears trying to inbound it, beats the count, getting it to Miller in the right corner. Gets a screen from Bediako. Works against Zelly Snack, shoots a 3 and knocks it home.
Recognized the mismatch. Had the big center out on him. Gave a little way. Brandon Miller rose up and knocked down another 3.
4 of 5 from Bank First 3-point range. He's got 14 points in the ball game for Alabama. The Tide enjoys its biggest lead at 62-45. Gamecocks trying to answer with a 3, and they do. Another one made from Skylar Potter just right of the circle and makes it 62-48. 15:45, time ticking here in the second half as JQ got held trying to come off of the screen. That'll be on Potter. It will be team foul number 4 on JSU, and it brings us to our first media timeout of the second half. 15:42 remains. Bama leading at 62-48 over Jack State. You're listening to us here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
College sports is full of great trash talkers. But what speaks louder than a verbal smackdown are stats. So we'll let Ford F-Series speak for itself. Like advanced capabilities, intelligent towing, smart technology, and 45 years as America's best-selling truck. That's Ford F-Series. Custom order your 2023 F-150 at your local Ford dealer, a proud supporter of college athletics. Some models, trims, and features may not be available based on 1977 to 2021 CY total sales.
15:42 to play. Bama's up. Let's call it 14. 62-48 over Jacksonville State. Bama fans, whether you want to sit courtside or score a bird's eye view, StubHub is the best place to grab your Tide tickets. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Crimson Tide. StubHub, be there. BP, it's great to see JQ back on the floor. We've talked about his work ethic, how just going crazy in the gym, getting ready to get back. We hadn't talked about this. I think the reason for that is he really wanted to play with these guys. Good grief. What a roster he's joining.
Yeah, I mean, great to see him back. The work ethic has just been incredible. 2 months earlier than what was expected when he went down in the NCAA tournament against Notre Dame in March. So for him to be back here in mid-November, just a tribute to Javon Quinterly's work ethic. But yeah, he's excited about this team, and you can tell these guys love playing together, and it's important for him to come back at this point because you have a chance to kind of work out the kinks, gain confidence in your knee and in yourself. It's tough to come back from a severe injury like that. So for him to get a couple of games under his belt before you go to Portland and play the likes of Michigan State, either Oregon, UConn, possibly North Carolina, important for him to start gaining a little confidence.
Sears gives it to Quinterly on the inbounds. Quinterly back left of the circle. Miller 3, and he missed that one, but rebounded his own miss. Flips it over to Griffin, around to JQ right of the circle. Gets down the lane, kicks it on the wing. Sears spots up, 3-ball short. Rebound, claim Bediako. Big fella lost it, got it back. You try it, JQ. Bottom. 3-ball from Quinterly. His first points of the game, and Bama leads by 17 with 15 and some change.
3 ball, 3 opportunities. Alabama getting on the offensive glass, and JQ with his first 3 of the year.
Sears getting King now. His little floater, no good with the left hand. Rebounded by Miller. Bama ripping and running, smelling blood in the water. Miller throws it right side. Rising, firing, missing the 3, but following up with a dunk is Miller.
He can knock down 3s, and he can do that. The freshman goes up high and throws it down.
Smiles on the faces of Bama players right now, having some fun. Up by 19, their biggest advantage with 14:37 to go. Left side, Potter, fall away jumper, no. Rebound snatched out of the air with one hand by Miller. He'll bring it ahead. What does he want to do? He's not sure. Oh, he'll just find Quinterly for 3 left side. He will get that one finally to fall through.
And Charles Bediako was right there for a potential tip dunk. He didn't need it. JQ with his second made 3 of the game.
17 of 32 from beyond the arc, and a timeout called by Ray Harper at Jacksonville State. Crowd on its feet, and they ought to be. I know this much. There aren't 15 teams in America better than the one that Alabama puts on the floor here tonight. 14:10 remaining. Bama 70, Jack State 48 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
The United States Deputy Sheriff's Association is a national nonprofit and the largest non-governmental provider of services to law enforcement. The USDSA assists city, county, state, and federal agencies with free safety equipment donations and officer survival training, along with cash donations to families of law enforcement officers who perish in the line of duty, college scholarships for the children of law enforcement, a citizen awareness program, and more. For more information on the USDSA and how you can help, visit usdeputy.org.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you Mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Tonight's game between Alabama and Jacksonville State is presented by Mercedes-Benz of Tuscaloosa. Mercedes, the best or nothing. Little 22-point lead right here, 70-48. Bama over Jacksonville State, 14-10 to play in the ball game, and you can protect your team by getting the COVID vaccine. Remember, in Alabama, Tide fans ages 12 and older are eligible. For more information, visit alcovidvaccine.gov. Bama's basically exploded here, BP. 801 over the last couple minutes.
Yeah, and what a performance from the three-point line. We've been talking about Alabama's ability to shoot the 3, but they haven't done it yet consistently in games. Well, they have in this one. 17 for 32 with 14:10 to play. The Alabama record for made 3s, 23 against LSU in 2021. That could be in danger if Alabama keeps playing the way they're playing with so many great three-point shooters on the floor. I thought we would see nights like tonight for this Alabama team from deep. Good to have this happen at this point before you really get into the meat of your non-conference schedule, which starts next week in Portland. And listen, let's give Jacksonville State credit. They're a good team. They're playing tough, and Alabama's doing it against a quality opponent.
Gamecocks front court, 2 hour left. Top of the circle, Daniels. Guarded tightly by JQ. Feeds it right side to Purdue. Back to Daniels, and he is held as he tried to get to the baseline. JQ, I think, had a hand on him there. That will be the first personal on Quinterly. It'll be team foul number 5 on Alabama. 5 on Bama, 4 on Jack State. And the Gamecocks will inbound it for the baseline to the right of their own bucket. Looking to beat the 5-second count. They do, getting it to King in the corner. Sears guards him. King flips it into the low post to Ingomezi. Ingomezi working against Bama's Noah Gurley. Spins underneath, reverse layup, no good. Bama with the rebound and running. JQ weaving through traffic, got bumped twice, no whistle. Flips it to Gurley, back to JQ. Let it fly, big fella, he does. Short on the attempt, long rebound run down in the corner for Jacksonville State. They'll throw it ahead right side to Potter. Potter stopping on the wing and looking. They're going to call an offensive foul. That was a foul on Jawan Purdue, trying to work against JQ down low.
And how about the stat line for JQ in just under 10 minutes? 6 points, 5 assists, no turnovers. Finally misses a 3, but it's great to have him back. It's even better to have him back playing like this.
No question. Gives it off left side to Sears. Driving to his left. Looking, gives it up. JQ gets it into the lane. Backs it out behind the back. Has it on the string. Little Marcus Haynes look to him right there for you old school folks. Driving left side, JQ steps through, kicks it to Miller. All alone, that's a layup.
And what a play by Javon Quinterly. Got in the lane, converts the defense. Brandon Miller all by himself. And you know what? You might want to guard that guy. One of the best players in the country. He's got 19 on the night.
18th bank first. Three-point basket. 12:44 and ticking. Alabama 73-48 lead. Ball taken away in traffic by Sears. Weaving the other way. Lost the handle, and here comes Jack State ahead, and then taken back by Miller. He will bring it front court. Left side, Griffin, your turn. In and out, but the putback is good for Miller.
Great job defensively. Brandon Miller got the steal, and ultimately the offensive rebound putback. Rylan Griffin in and out, but Brandon Miller once again gets on the offensive glass and the easy deuce.
Damari King working against the Bama D. It's been tenacious since the first 10 minutes of the ball game. King on the right wing, working off a screen. Defended by Gurley. Let's fly from deep. No good. Rebounded in Gamezi. Spinning, shooting, and scoring around Brandon Miller. And the Tide will push it ahead. Up 25. Yeah, it was at 27. Quinterly driving, throwing it left side. Miller. Layup again. Count it. And he is fouled. Not really. It's a three-point basket, but for him, it's a layup tonight.
And how about Javon Quinterly? It's not fair. You got Javon Quinterly, Brandon Miller on the same court. How much fun are they to watch? My goodness. Playing at a high level, knocking down threes. JQ dropping dimes. This team is rolling right now in Coleman Coliseum.
Y'all might want to get your tickets at rolltide.com. 11:39 to play, 78-50. Tide rolling by 28, trying to get it to 29 when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is the moment you've been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our home.
When you step onto the court and into the spotlight. The moment to show that hard work and long days pay off. Because when that final shot leaves your hands and we leave our seats, that powerful moment connects us all. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Power for a better Alabama.
Back at Coleman Coliseum, Bama 78. Jacksonville State 50, 11:39 to play in the ball game. Each official review is brought to you by My Eye Doctor, with 20 locations to make your eye appointment more convenient. Eye care and eyewear really are better together at My Eye Doctor. Visit myeyedr.com to learn more. Speaking of official reviews, Brian Passink, a lot of coaches in the Southeastern Conference are going to be reviewing this game tape.
It's great to have former players back in the house. And
that hadn't happened before.
Listen, Lawson Shaver's having a good time tonight. Let's just be honest about it. Well, and he should. And we all are. It's a fun night here at Coleman Coliseum. Great to see former players enjoying themselves.
Big Papa Lawson.
I love it. I love it.
Tom, I don't know what you're saying. We couldn't hear, and it's all right.
I was laughing at the end of it, so there you go.
There we go. My bad, partner. Here's Brandon Miller at the line trying to complete the and one that would be a 4-point play for Alabama, and he does just that. Wow. All of a sudden, he's got 25. What do you have, 11 at the half?
Yeah, and how about JQ, who checks out, 6.7 assists, no turnovers.
11:28 and ticking time left. That's a nice sub to bring off the bench, isn't it? 79-50 Alabama. Jack State with the basketball against the Tides man-to-man. They'll drive baseline. They'll get cut off. They'll work it into the corner. They'll get it to the elbow with Potter. He'll throw it back out high to Roberts. 3-ball, wide right. Rebound into the hands of Miller, and Brandon will bring it ahead.
Pull it.
Yep, let it fly. You might want to face the basket first. He does, and Bryan was right. Good Lord.
This isn't fair.
Lord help.
Brandon Miller, one of the best players in college basketball, playing like it here tonight.
Front court, Jack State with the basketball as the Tide leads it by 32. Again at the half. It was a much tighter ball game. Turnaround shot, knocked down. That guy is pretty good. Amanzi Ngamezi able to get it to go. He can score from different spots on the floor, but his bucket cuts the Bama lead to 30. Miller with 10:20 to go. Gives it off. 3, Gurley, no good, and the weak side rebound is claimed by J.J. Platt. He'll bring it himself into the front court for JSU. Platt giving it off now to Brigham. Brigham right of the circle to Roberts. Roberts right wing to Platt again. Platt working against the Bama D. Top of the arc, Brigham trying to drive, can't. Shot clock at 8 as they'll let fly from 3 and miss it. Everybody's feasting on the glass. Here's Jaden Bradley coming downhill. Good Lord. Nice feed to Gurley. Dropped it, got it back, laid it in. Still got to give him an assist, don't you?
Absolutely. What a play by Jaden Bradley. The hesitation move got him free. The defense came over, had a couple of guys trying to stop what they thought was going to be a layup attempt by Jaden Bradley. Drops off a beautiful pass to Noto Gurley, who finishes.
Bama led by 12 at the half. They lead it now by 32. Left side with the ball is Potter. Brings it to the top of the arc. Potter giving it right of the circle to Platt. Platt had it stripped. They'll call a reach on Miller. Nate Oates still fighting like it's a one-possession game. That'll be the third on Brandon Miller. It'll be team foul number 6 on the Crimson Tide. We're even in that column. As the Tide's going to make some changes here. Platt misses the first. Sears, Clowney, and for the first time, Nick Pringle checking in for Alabama. Miller out, Griffin out, Gurley out for the Tide.
Miller checks out with 28 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. He has done it all here tonight.
Free throw up and good, so 1 of 2 for Platt. Bama's lead cut to 31. It's 84-53 with 9:09 to go. Bradley drive to the left side, trying to work away from trouble. Gets into the lane, flips it right side to Clowney. He will drive into the lane, kick it over to Sears. Remember him? He was hot early. Sears in the paint, gets cut off, flips it out to Clowney, near side for 3. Too strong. Rebound tipped into the air and snatched out of there by Pringle. Good rebound for Nick. Now Bradley with 15 to shoot. Gets into the lane, goes down the lane, was ready to feed it on the wing, but he got it stripped out of bounds, touch last by Jacksonville State.
Jaden Bradley does such a good job of getting in the lane with physicality. Has great vision, looks to find open teammates, but has the strength to finish through contact.
Sears will inbound it. From the baseline, just to the left of the Bama bucket. Gets it into Bradley at the elbow. Bradley spinning to his right. Goes down the lane. Got away with a walk. No, he didn't. Drug the foot. And Bart Lennox saw it and correctly blew the whistle. And so that'll give it back to Jacksonville State. For Alabama, that is turnover number 8 on the night.
Alabama had 4 turnovers in the first few minutes of the game, and since then they've done a great job of playing with their pace, pushing the ball, taking some chances, but not turning the ball over. Nate Oates will be pleased with that aspect of this game.
Roberts giving it off, top of the arc. Purdue gets into the lane, threw it away before he fell, giving it over to Platt. He'll drive, his shot blocked by Pringle up against the glass, and then out of bounds, touched last by Jacksonville State. Good to see Nick Pringle getting some minutes here and making the most of them. He's the one guy of the 10 that you knew were available who had not gotten in, and man, he's made the most of it in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, great athlete, does a terrific job on the defensive end. That was a great play right there.
Into the paint, Bradley had it knocked away and stolen. Jack State will come the other way. They'll throw a bounce pass that's kicked into the hands of Burnett. Namari will start it the other way. Don't have numbers, doesn't matter when you got Sears for 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Bama. A rebound from Pringle. Now the Tide will let fly left side. 3-ball is good. Namari Burnett buries the 20th 3 of the night on 40 attempts for Alabama. It was 7.5 to go. Bama's got an 87-53 lead.
Another offensive rebound, kick out for 3. Alabama has been incredible in the glass this season, and they've been doing that here tonight, especially in the second half.
Pull-up jumper, right side, off the mark, no good. Tipped out by Pringle, and ahead now to Bradley. Goes down the lane, tough shot. They're going to call an offensive foul on Jaden Bradley. Tough one there on Jaden. And Jack State will have the ball when we come back. 7:08 to play. The Tide's rolling, though, 87-53 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
7:08 to play in Coleman. Bama's up big, 87-53. And be sure and stay tuned after the game for the Regions postgame show with Bama coach Nate Oates. Don't forget you can get your University of Alabama Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoBama to order yours today. Tonight's game, of course, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz of Tuscaloosa. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing. BP, what are you looking for down the stretch here?
Close strong. Alabama has done so many things well. It's great to see the 3 balls falling at an extremely high rate. 21 made threes on the game, 21 out of 41. The school record is 23 against LSU a couple years ago. That record could easily fall tonight if Alabama keeps playing the way that they have. And listen, you're not trying to run up the score, you're just playing the way you play, and that's taking what the defense gives you. And if you have an open 3 and you're a shooter, let it fly. Alabama has done that tonight, and it's a big reason why the score is what it is. Alabama is doing it against another quality opponent. Listen, this Jacksonville State team went to the NCAA tournament last year. They expect to compete for another ASUN championship. They're picked 3rd in their conference. You can see the athletes that they have on the court. Several high major transfers. They were up early in this game, but Alabama has been incredible offensively tonight. The question marks about this team on the early going was, can they make threes? I think they've answered that here tonight.
Front court, Jack State will work the basketball. 2 hour left. Now top of the arc. Potter, his 3-ball rims out, no good. Another rebound claimed out of the air by the Tide's Noah Clowney. Here's Sears bringing it ahead to Quinterly. Tide will go with a half-court set. We've seen a bunch of stuff in transition, but they'll work the half-court set here with Quinterly. Shake and bake. Thought about a three. Instead gives it off to Clowney. Noah will drive. Then lost the handle. Ball knocked out of bounds. Thankfully, touched last by Jacksonville State. May have gotten a gift there, and we'll take it.
Just amazing how good Javon Quinterly looks. Just he has that confident look that is so hard to have when you're coming back from an injury like he has. But incredible to see him playing at this level.
Griffin throws it back to JQ. Now to Clowney. Clowney lets fly. Can't get it to go. Griffin claims the miss. Puts it up and in off the glass. Tell you what, we got a bunch of guys that ain't afraid to go get it.
Aggressive. Rylan Griffin, known as a three-point shooter, has not shot it at a high clip from deep here in the early part of the season, but aggressive on the glass, gets the easy putback.
Daniels gets it down low. Nicholson, who's checked in. Little teardrop miss, and up above the rim to claim it is Nick Pringle. Front court, here's Sears with it, calling for JQ. He gets it. JQ back to Sears. He will drive into the paint. Tough shot, left hand, couldn't get it to drop, and the rebound is claimed by Nicholson for JSU.
Love the offense by Alabama. Mark Sears gets to his spot, just not able to convert at the rim.
Daniels gets it into the paint, stopping, looking, puts it up with the right hand short. Rebound claimed by Clowney. Out the pass to JQ. Alabama leading 89-53, comes the other way. Quinterly into the front court, working against the defender, goes right side, whips a pass all the way out high to Clowney, goes down the lane, got cut off, throws it in the corner. Griffin will drive, gives it inside, or tried to Clowney, bounces around, now into the hands far side of Sears. 7 to shoot, 6, gets a clear out at 5, at 4, into the lane at 2, got tripped, and that's going to be on Mason Nicholson.
It's a great defensive possession for Jacksonville State. Alabama able to run down the shot clock, not something that Nate Oates wants to do, but ultimately picking up the foul on the Gamecocks, sending Mark Sears to the line. Efficient offensive possession by Alabama.
Sears going to the line to shoot a pair. Pringle checks out. Boy, some good minutes from Nick Pringle. That's fun to see. Guy who didn't play in the first half. I had a couple of buddies texting me going, hey, where's Pringle? We found him. When he got in, he's made the most of it as the 1-and-1 is hit by Sears on the front end.
Yeah, great example of a terrific player that's deserving of more minutes, but you're only allowed to have 5 on the court at a time. And Nate Oates has a ton of options right now, and hard to question any of those decisions with Alabama rolling here in Coleman Coliseum.
2 good options on the bench with a boot on a foot each. That's Dom Welch and Darius Miles. Hope to get them back sometime soon, as driving and getting fouled was J.J. Platt on his way to the rim. Quinterly's second foul, and 18 fouls now on the Crimson Tide. 7 have been whistled on Jacksonville State. Again, now this was a 12-point game to start the second half, but Alabama taking it to Jack State, made some shots, and then relentless on the defensive end.
All right, I got a prediction with 4:51 to play.
You like our chances of winning?
Alabama is going to break the all-time threes made in a game. The record is 23. Okay. LSU a couple years ago. It's going to be Adam Cottrell late in the game who's going to get the record.
That'd be really cool, because Adam hadn't made one yet in a Bama uniform. It's time.
But he'll let it fly.
Can't be more fun than that night against LSU was, though, that's for sure. Left side, Griffin 3, couldn't get it to go, and the rebound's tipped out of bounds, touched last by Jacksonville State. Think we're going to get within 1 of it right here?
Listen, the rate Alabama's going, 30 may be the record. I think it may take the foot off the gas in terms of letting threes fly, but that record very much in doubt here tonight.
Sears driving down the lane. Little floater rolls off, no good, and the rebound is controlled by Platt. He'll bring it front court for Jack State, with Bama leading at 91-55. Top of the circle, King, deep 3, no good, and the long rebound sails out of bounds. And Alabama will have it with 4:13 to go. Brandon Miller's going to come in, replacing Sears. (91-55), Alabama with the ball in the lead with 4:12 and ticking time left. JQ front court. Miller back to JQ. Circling away from trouble. Gets it inside. Clowney spins, throws it home.
Takes his time, goes up strong, throws it down. Alabama rolling here on offense.
Like my team, thought they played hard. 3:45 to go here in the second half. Alabama a 93-55 lead. 3-ball missed off the back iron. Ball knocked away by the Crimson Tide. I think it was Clowney that blocked the follow-up attempt. And here is Griffin the other way for Bama. Tried to throw a bounce pass to Miller, but he got fouled, and it brings us to our final media timeout. We've got 3:28 to go in Tuscaloosa. Alabama leading Jacksonville State 93-55 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Red Diamond knows that prepping for the perfect holiday meal isn't always easy. From making sure there's an option for your cousin Steve from Chicago,
I require a plant-based diet,
to making sure your father-in-law's favorite is on the table.
Boiled Brussels sprouts? Gross.
The holidays can be hard. Thankfully, you've got fresh brewed Red Diamond iced tea. It's the perfect sip of pure perfection that always brings people together. Red Diamond. Perfect's not easy.
In SEC sports, the ifs come at you every minute. What if your QB had released the ball a second earlier? What if the head coach hadn't used his last time out? What if your team goes all the way this season? If you love the tradition, if you live for the rivalry, if you can't wait each week for the absolute edge of your seat action, Regions is right there with you as the official bank of the SEC.
Regions can't help you with the ifs in sports. Regions helps you embrace the if in life.
Member FDIC.
Bama's up really big, 93-55, 3:28 to play in the ball game over Jacksonville State. The best move of the game is brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. BP, best move of the game.
Getting the ball to Brandon Miller. It's not complicated, but it works. He has been incredible. As good as advertised, and he is projected as one of the top picks in next year's NBA draft, but we're going to enjoy him while we got him. And he is one of the top players in college basketball, playing like it tonight. 28 points, 9 for 12 from the field, 7 for 9 from beyond the arc. He's got 8 rebounds, 3 assists. He's been terrific, but it hasn't just been the Brandon Miller show. Namari Burnett breaking out of a shooting slump. He's 5 for 6 from the field, 5 for 6 from the three-point line. He's got 16 points, and Javon Quinterly starting to look like the JQ of old, finding open teammates. JQ's got 8 assists, 6 points, 2 for 3 from the three-point line in restricted minutes, but more minutes than we saw on Tuesday night against South Alabama. I would expect his minutes to go up even more in games in Portland, Oregon next week in the Phil Knight Invitational against some really good competition, but great to see JQ out there looking really good.
Griffin hits both free throws. Ryland making it a 95-55 ball game. Again, Bama only led this one by 12 at intermission, and it had been back and forth up until the Tide took it from about a 7-point game to 12 just before halftime. Left side on the drive, Ingomezi tried to dump it inside, and Griffin got in the way to get a steal again. Now to Burnett. Namari into the lane, driving in, and he gets knocked down. They're going to call him for a charge. Wow.
Well, that is, listen, I understand.
I'd be more upset if we weren't up 40.
I understand. It doesn't matter in the scheme of things, but that is a tough call against Namari Burnett. He should be at the free throw line, but it'll go back to the Gamecocks.
I'll be honest, I'm just glad he's okay. When there's a collision like that, his past, I'm a little concerned, but great to see him handle that and look just fine as he goes back on the defensive end. Gamecocks work it right side with Platt, and now a moving screen's going to be called on Jacksonville State. They'll whistle that one on Skylar Potter.
Yeah, a little makeup call.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. You're right.
Should, and it did. And Alabama's got the ball with 2:54 to go, leading 95-55. Griffin to Quinterly. JQ backing it out, directing traffic. Calling for a screen, gets one from Pringle, kicks it in the corner. Griffin, 3-ball, no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Burnett. Tried to throw it to Bradley, but it goes all the way into the backcourt, and that will be Jacksonville State basketball. Over and back is the call on the Crimson Tide.
The one guy who hasn't gotten it going yet from three, who we all know can flat out shoot it from deep, is Rylan Griffin. But love the fact that even though he's missing threes, he's doing so many other things. He's defending, he's rebounding, getting offensive boards, doing a great job as a freshman, making a difference in other areas.
Ngomezi misses from the left wing, and here comes Griffin the other way for Alabama. Ryland stops and starts, goes down the lane. Tough shot through traffic, no good, but he got fouled, and he'll have 2 free throws upcoming with 2:14 to go. It is still early, Brian, and you've got a lot of different combinations, and Nate Oates is trying to see them together. That's why you still see these guys out on the floor right now.
Well, listen, I mean, you empty your bench, you've got great players out there. I mean, right. Alabama goes 10 deep from a scholarship standpoint right now with 2 guys out. So,
and as I say that, here come the walk-ons. 4 of them set to check in on the next dead ball for Alabama. Front court, here's J.J. Platt in a steal from Bradley. Jaden Bradley going in, steps through, leaves it for the trailer Burnett. Shot wouldn't go, but he got fouled. In fact, he got utterly assaulted, and he'll go to the line shaking his left hand, left arm, and he'll go to the stripe to shoot a pair for Alabama.
Great play defensively, Jaden Bradley proving himself as a terrific young defender. The deflection, the vision in transition finds Namari Burnett. Took a hard foul and gets to the line.
Quinterly, Griffin, Bradley check out. And here comes Adam Cottrell from Flowery Branch, Georgia. Delaney Hurd from Canton, Georgia. And Jaden Quinterly from Hackensack, New Jersey, into the game for the Crimson Tide.
JQ2.
It's indeed who it is. Burnett hits the free throw. He'll exit, and that allows Max Skardowski to check in from Elgin, Illinois. So the 4 walk-ons and Nick Pringle out there. The Tide 99-55 Bama with 1:50 to go. Top of the arc with a basketball, letting fly and knocking it down is Damari King to make it 99-58. Bama trying to get to the century mark. This trip down. Cottrell let it fly, big fella. Couldn't get it to go. Quinterly rebounds the miss. Pump fake once, twice, had it blocked, got fouled, and he'll go to the line. Shooting 2 free throws, and JQ2 will try to get Bama over the century mark. Cottrell didn't get it to go, but at least he shot the 3. Everybody wanted to see him let it fly.
He's not scared.
No.
Let it fly in Alabama. Even the walk-ons getting on the offensive glass. Jaden Quinterly, great rebound, takes the contact.
Oh, Bank is open on a Friday night late to make it 100-58. I would love to hear what Nate Oates is saying right now. Oh my goodness, second one is up. That one rolls off. Tip, Charnowski clears it for Bama. Out to Cottrell, make it. Little strong, and the ball sails out of bounds, and it'll belong to Jacksonville State. That one had too much air in it. It was a good look. There's a little momentum, a little mojo on that one. 1:18 to go. Bama leads at 100-58 over JSU. Steal by Cottrell. Adam going to the rack, lays it up and got it to go. Cottrell with a steal in the bucket to give Bama the 102-58 lead. King, left side, three, an air ball. Sharnowski had the rebound, saved it for Bama, and then had it knocked away, touched last by the Crimson Tide.
Great play by Adam Cottrell. The deflection to himself, and listen, beautiful lay-in with the left hand, but he wanted to dunk it.
Yep.
And by the way, he can get up and throw it down.
Left side with the basketball, Jack State. Platt in the lane, they're going to call a foul on Pringle. I love the fact that the 5,000 that are still in here are into this one. They are enjoying what they're seeing.
Well, listen, how could you not enjoy what you've seen tonight, even though it's a blowout, the effort, the talent that's been on display?
Free throw good, by the way, by Platt.
Everybody in crimson and white tonight having a great time. It has been an incredible performance against a quality opponent. Did not expect this to be a 40, 38-point game at this point, but Alabama has played incredibly well.
Free throw good. Here's Quinterly on the drive. Tried to throw it over to Cottrell. Ball stolen away. Gamecocks come the other direction. They'll lay it up. They'll get an and one opportunity. Sharnowski's going to be called for the foul.
Listen,
Nate Oates still coaching him.
He has an expectation. Listen, time and score is obviously in Alabama's favor in a big, big way, but he wants these guys playing the right way. Didn't like a mistake made in that turnover.
Bama basketball. Delaney Hurd on the drive, pulls up from 12 and got it to go. Delaney can play.
Shoot, all these guys can play.
No question.
Delaney Hurd, a terrific player who, if Alabama had a depth issue, could absolutely put him in key situations.
Final 15 seconds of this one. Bama 104-62. Three-pointer missed by Jack State. Alabama's going to run out the clock. Adam Cottrell will give it off to JQ2, and the final seconds will tick away, and Alabama gets an impressive 104-62 victory. And Lord, strike up the band on that one. 104-62 your final score. Alabama a winner over the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State. The 16th ranked Crimson Tide improving to 4-0 on the year and dropping Jack State to 1-2 in the process. Wow.
That was fun, Chris.
I'll be honest, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I thought this team would have breakout games like this offensively because you have too many guys that can flat out shoot it from three. Didn't expect tonight that Alabama would go cold the last 5 minutes of the game, but end up with 21 made threes, 21 for 46 from deep. Just an incredible performance by so many different guys. Nate Oates wanted to see better defense in the second half. He absolutely got that. Jacksonville State 26% since halftime, but what an offensive display by this Alabama team.
Great effort by the Crimson Tide as Coach Nate Oates will join us here courtside after his team's 104-62 win over Jacksonville State. Coach, congratulations. What a great effort.
Yeah, I thought our defense picked up in the second half. Our offense finally came around. You know, we've been telling everybody we could shoot the ball. I think they saw it tonight, you know, between Sears, Amari, Brandon, those guys shot it really well. We got some other guys that can shoot it well too. You know, Ryland didn't shoot it particularly great, but he's going to make some shots for us. But the turnovers were much better. We had those under control, and I just thought our defense picked up significantly in the second half. Really kind of fueled us opening that thing up there kind of in the middle of the second half.
You get three players in double figures scoring. Clowney in double figures with rebounds again, goes for 8 points, 10 boards in this one. The balance and the depth so evident tonight, Coach, from your team.
Yeah, I mean, we were really balanced. You know, this is the first game Namari's, I really felt comfortable.
Right.
You know, he's getting back. You know, he's shooting. I mean, we've seen him shoot it like this in practice pretty frequently, so I was happy for him. You know, Brandon's obviously pretty special. Almost had double-digit in rebounds too. So, when shots start dropping and we take care of the ball, the offense looks pretty good. We just got to keep talking about defense, being about defense. I thought, and even in the first half, their 2 centers hit 4 threes between the 2 of them. They banked the other 3 in. So take away 3 of those 5 threes, our defense looks a little better. So I thought our defense pretty good for most of the game.
Congratulations, Coach. Thank you for the time.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Chris. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Coach Nate Oates with us as the Tide does indeed roll 104-62 your final. Right now we pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. If you want the most convenient way to pay in T-Town, get the University of Alabama Regions Visa Debit Card. Visit regions.com/GoBama to order yours today. The Regions postgame show comes your way next on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Visit AutoOwners.com to find a local agent today.
Convenience is the name of the game at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University. Located on Veterans Memorial Parkway, the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University offers just the right amenities for a relaxing getaway or a productive business trip. The University of Alabama, Bryant-Denny Stadium, Coleman Coliseum, and the Bryan Conference Center are within 2 miles, making any visit to the Capstone convenient. Whatever you're visiting Tuscaloosa for, the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University is the perfect hotel destination and a proud preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide.
Hi, I'm Andrew, an employee at BASF in Alabama. As a chemical operator, I enjoy working at BASF because I'm allowed to grow and show my potential. Everyone is like family. I actually like coming to work, and safety is the ultimate goal. At BASF, we create chemistry around the world through our people and our products. To join a winning team and a great place to work, visit basf.us/Alabama. That's basf.us/Alabama. BASF, we create chemistry.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Tide fans, flu season is just around the corner, and the Alabama Department of Public Health wants to remind Tide fans that this year it's more important than ever to get your flu shot. Research shows that it's possible to have the flu and COVID-19 at the same time. This flu season, protect yourself and the people around you from flu and help reduce the strain on your local healthcare system who is still responding to the COVID-19 pandemic. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/flu.
When you're planning your next visit to Tuscaloosa, explore the upscale options available at the new AC Hotel by Marriott, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Tuscaloosa. Surrounding yourself in luxury and comfort in a spacious room with complimentary Wi-Fi, a smart TV, premium toiletries, and a plush bed, while the rooftop bar and lounge provides the best place in town to wind down after cheering the Crimson Tide to victory. AC Hotel Tuscaloosa Downtown is proud to be a preferred hotel partner of the University of Alabama Athletics.
Welcome to the Regions Postgame Show on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Get your University of Alabama Regions Visa Debit Card. Visit regions.com/GoBama to order yours today.
In less time than halftime, you could apply for a mortgage at AssuranceMortgage.com. And Assurance Financial delivers our final stats in this one, and they heavily favored the home team after a 51-39 lead at intermission. Alabama rolled to a final score of 104-62 over Jacksonville State. In this one, the Tide shooting 52% from the field, 34 of 66, holding the Gamecocks to 19 of 54 at 35%. While Bama made 21 of 46 from three-point range for 46%, the Gamecocks made 9 of 24 for 38%. Both teams made 71% of their free throws, both exactly 15 of 21 from the charity stripe. And while Bama turned it over 13 times, Jack State committed 14 turnovers. Points off turnovers, though, a major difference. 24 for Alabama, just 9 for JSU. Bama, again, dominating on the glass. The top rebounding team in America outboarded Jacksonville State 49-25, with 30 of those coming on the defensive end, 19 more on the offensive glass for Alabama in this one. Second chance points favored Bama 21-10. Bench points favored the Tide 32-10. The Tide outscoring Jack State in the paint 22-14. In the fast break, a 16-0 advantage for Alabama in this one. Individually, 18 from Sears, 28 from Miller. Burnett with 18. Also, the double-figure rebounding of Noah Clowney with 10 led the Tide in that regard. Jacksonville State had 3 in double figures with Ngomezi at 13. The same for Purdue. King had a dozen for Jacksonville State. The Crimson Tide also able to get the job done on the glass. They were dominant on the boards in this one. Alabama, we told you, out-rebounding the opposition by that final margin of 49-25, and controlling the boards is presented by Cook's Pest Control and Centricon, the unbeatable combination for termite protection. Tom and Bryan will have the assist of the game and the turning point in this one when we come back. Again, 104-62, your final. Bama a winner here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
If you're looking for the best selection in Crimson Tide apparel, look no further than the Soup Store. The Soup Store is every Bama fan's ultimate destination for the hottest gear and accessories, with 3 great locations around campus to serve you: in Tuscaloosa on campus at the Ferguson Center, on the Strip in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, and on Bryan Drive. If you can't get to Tuscaloosa,